visioning new India and innovative India, and definitely anything needs money, right? So Dr. Hari has almost 38 years of his career in investment banking. He wants to use that money in a proper manner, and he finds the right team now. Dr. Jagan Chitiprolu, Jagan Chitiprolu, all these stalwarts who are really want to take forward Dr. Kalam's vision. Thank you very much, sir. It's always a great presentation. I now request Mr. Jagan Chitiprolu, who is the Chief Managing Director of Samhitha Crop Care Clinics. Without Samhitha, we are not here today. We will appreciate from the bottom of my heart. Samhitha, please welcome Mr. Jagan Chitiprolu.
Thank you. First of all, thank you for the ESG for giving me an opportunity to speak and present Samhitha Crop Care Clinic's story. And also, I'm really fortunate today to share as with Dr. J. Chaudhary sir and Dr. Hari Panapalli, and also the Telangana Horticulture Vice Chancellor Neeraja Prabhakar Garu, and my friend and medical innovation technologist Dr. Jairaj, and last but not the least Dr. And so thank you again for ESG for giving me this opportunity. So today, I want to give you a couple of data points since this is a AgFoodTech conference. So the data point that I would like to present, if you look at it from the slide point of view, so the total India GDP standpoint of view, it's right now India is doing approximately $3.65 trillion, and out of which the 20% of the GDP that is coming from agriculture and food sector so far, so which is the largest sector compared to other rest of the sectors. And within this sector, almost 45% of the employment that is being generated from entire India, and out of which the total size of the economy itself, the ag-food sector itself, is almost like $500 billion. And if you look at it in India, the small and marginal farmers are approximately close to 80%. And this data point gives you that how where we are in terms of the economy and from an ag-food point of view. But the India, this sector is very undisrupted and very fragmented. And if you look at it, why the undisrupted and very fragmented is because of various reasons. For instance, India is very diverse cultures. It has been very regionalized and localized. And today, why we are talking about India, and you all know that it's all about the digital India story. So when we say digital India story, India right now is growing at a pace of the GDP and on average 7 to 8% per year growth ratio, and the pace where it is growing by 2030, India would be the third largest nation. And the other area is that the communication point of view, India has been democratized. The way the number of smartphones that we have been using, approximately 34% of the people in India are using the smartphones today, and which is close to 440 million people, which is more than the size of US population size. And everywhere from village to the metropolitan cities are fully connected because of the internet. And last the transportations. The transportations have been developed across the India, especially the rural roads have been developed and the national highways have been connected, and we all can predict the transportation time from point A to point B in predictable manner. So, with these data points, we can all conclude that India is in the cusp of huge digital transformation, and agri-food is already contributing to 20%, and food and agri-business is a recession-proof business. Definitely, there is a huge opportunities for everyone to grow in this space. So, when you look at from an agri and technology standpoint of view, so far the startups have been penetrated in the market only up to 2%, which is a very small amount of the market share. So far the entire startups have been penetrated, and this data shows that there is a huge opportunity for everyone. And so when we say the digital transformation that is going to be happening in India, I want to just give you a couple of use case studies, what we have been doing on the ground from our India AgFoodTech company standpoint of view. Our India AgFoodTech startup company is Samhitha crop care clinics, and this has been established since last 2 years, more than 2 years, with a team of 150 people team, by building the technology innovation, by building the subject matter expertise, by having our own soil labs and water analysis labs. So we deployed a team of 150 people in Telangana state, and we have expanded in Anantapur. My team went to Anantapur day before yesterday to establish a center in Anantapur cluster. So at the ground, what we have been doing is that so far what we have done on the ground is that we have impacted approximately 10,000 acreage of the citrus orchards, and out of which each acre has got 100 trees approximately. If you look at it, so far digitally we have been monitoring 1 million trees on a continuous period basis, every bi-weekly, and with that we have been capturing approximately 52 varieties of diseases through our technology lens. And I'm very, very proud to say that we have captured advisory revenue itself is a 1.5 million yearly revenue that we have been capturing. So, with this experience, I wanted to share some of the insights, what we have been capturing on the ground. And to our surprising is that when we are on the field helping the farmers, and one of the great insights that we have captured, in fact, I've shared this knowledge data point to the Telangana Horticulture Vice Chancellor in the last discussion. Almost like 60% of the plant material coming from nurseries are actually wrong plant material, because farmers are realizing the fact after the 4 years of the planting where they cannot be able to repair further. And in addition to that, many farmers are farming with emotions. They don't even know what is their P&L, and they just spend money. They forget about the profit or loss. It goes by the flow. And other area is that many farmers are doing the farming with the chemical-based farming. And first 4 years is the non-bearing period. After the 4 years, it starts bearing, and immediately they apply too much fertilizers and pesticides. With that, they get the quick benefits first few years, but they are ignoring the long-term benefits. For instance, after 8 years onwards, their plant's mortality is going to be increased, and by 12th year, the entire plants have to be removed. This is a pathetic story every farmer is facing. And the other area is that the average capital expense, the farmer is spending approximately 40 to 50% every year, where they have to spend upfront this cost on a yearly basis. And the another data point that is very, very touched personally me is that the market linkage side, because the farmers do not have any connect to the market linkages. And apparently, when I went there and met the farmers, they clearly said that all the buyers, or you can call it as the middlemen, they got into syndicate, and they put a huge price pressure on the farmer during the harvesting, and there is a lot of emotions to it to the farmer, and eventually they have to compromise with the low price for every time during the harvesting time. The other data point that I wanted to present here is from a produce quality standpoint of view. Once the harvesting is done, the produce have been collected from the farm gate. By the time we consume, it goes to the distribution center. From there it goes to mandis. From there it goes to some small rickshaws. It goes to the retail stores. And then by the time we consume, the number of times the loading and unloading is happening from farm to all the way down to the consumer, average to 6 to 7 times. Because the supply chain is being completely broken. A lot of inefficiencies in this supply chain system. So, to solve all these problems, one cannot be able to solve these issues. Only at a multiple players are required to solve. For instance, as an example, I was stating on the planting material, government policies needs to be strongly implemented, providing the right planting materials. And the other side, companies like us, for instance, lots of startups needs to come forward, bring a lot of innovations, technology innovations, and using the data, they can be able to give the right value to the farmer at each and every vertical. For instance, the vertical could be at an advisory services, or at input linkages, or at market linkages, or at a farm automation. So, as I said, there is only 2% of the companies have penetrated, like companies like Samhitha, Ninja Card, Lego, but everybody has an opportunity in this space. But based on my experience, I wanted to add a remark here is that there is no Amazon equivalent or Facebook equivalent of AgriTech startup and would not be there. And that's going to be period. The reason is that it's very, very complex. But when you're starting as a company, as an entrepreneur or a startup, you have to bound your problem to a specific, to either a product or a geolocation, and be very focused and solve the respective problem and add value to the farm. So with this, I wanted to close my remarks. Once again, thank you very much for the ESG for giving me an opportunity to speak. And again, it's a great honor for me to have shared a dais with Dr. J. Chowdhury and the rest of the lead editors. Thank you again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.